Whenever you receive this message is for you. I am filming this during the full moon in Aries, September 28th and 29th, 2003. But whenever you see this, whenever you get this, don't doubt it. Allow yourself to trust the universe, to trust your angels, to trust in something bigger than yourself, and know this message is for you. So if you're ready, like I'm ready, I need you to sit back, relax, and let's go.
I'm living good, I'm living great. Everything I do in the first place.
Today, I'm going to be doing this reading just a little bit differently. Typically, what I do is I go over the energies and then we go into a pick a card tarot reading. But today, we are going to do a collective reading, and then you're going to go and pick between piles 1, 2, and 3, and you will have a more in-depth personalized reading done for you. Now, if you ever need to know more, you always know where to contact me at. And I need you to go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when more messages come out that you need to hear. Now, if you're ready, like I'm ready, let's get started. I already shuffled the cards out, and I am going to be talking a little bit about what's going on during this time period, the full moon in Aries. But please keep in mind, whenever you receive this message, whenever you watch this video, that's when it is meant for you to understand what is going on for your time period currently, okay? So we do have some cards here that I've already shuffled out. We have Ceres, self-care, wellness, agriculture, supermoon, luminosity, intimacy, hyper-awareness, Aquarius, innovative, rational, humanitarian. We have Taurus in reverse, manifest in reverse, and occult knowledge. And I'm really glad that this actually popped up because this really does tie very deeply into what I was already going to kind of say. So I think Spirit is just moving through me to you. So let's just go ahead and get started. So there's a lot going on right now where people are feeling like what they've been trying to manifest and bring into reality, that it is just not happening. And everyone's kind of hitting this resistance and this block. And I've kind of talked about this in the past, but this is something that is really, really important during this time period in your life. If you have made it here, one of the big things that you need to understand is you need to start getting in control of your spiritual gifts, of your manifestation power, of all the things that you can really do. You need to start honing in on it. So for some of you, you've already been taught the basic concepts. You already know, you already have all the tools and the resources to start manifesting, but I just know that some of you guys are going against it because it doesn't seem very concrete to you. This knowledge seems very Aquarian to you, very weird, very like otherworld, and it's something that you want to see results before you start to do the progress. And I know a lot of you feel like you've been doing the work, but it's like a consistency needs to be met. You need to consistently be doing the work. A lot of things are going on in people's lives right now that I feel like is really difficult and really tough. But one of the things why all of this stuff is happening is so you can learn to get in control of your gifts and your power, and you can understand what your gifts and your power really is. So for some people, you might be like, okay, I know I have spiritual gifts. Okay, I've been working on it. Oh yeah. So you know that it's there and you know what you have going on, but you're not really executing it to the best of its ability. So right now, the universe and spirit are really pushing you, making sure that like you start to open up and blossom to the best of your ability, and you really start to use like all of the power that you have and not just some of it. And that is really where this self-care is coming into play, because you really need to be coming in and focusing on yourself during this time period and really getting a deep understanding of what your power really is. And some of you, again, you know you have gifts and you're like, all right, I've been using them. But for you, I want you to know you're more powerful than you think. And that's why you're going through what you're going through. I want to say the tougher the battle that you're going through right now, it's kind of the universe saying like you're that powerful. You can overcome what you're going through by that much power. And that's what you need to be going for. I've already pulled 2 more cards, and it really goes more on theme with the message that I was going to bring to you next. But it's very interesting. Okay, Whenever you are receiving this, I want you to take a look where Aries is in your chart. If Aries is on the right side, which is going to be either the 4th through the 9th house, then this is going to be a time period that is going to be a little bit more focused on relationships, like outward relationships outside of yourself. If Aries is on the left side, that's going to be the 3rd through the 10th house. This time period is going to be something that's going to be really focused on you. Now, one of two things is going to happen for either side for you during this time period. If your Aries is on the right side, the 4th through the 9th house, one of the things that you are going to be dealing with is a relationship is either going to be coming back around into your life, or you're going to have an opportunity to redo a relationship that was kind of similar to one in the past, and you're going to get the opportunity to do it better and in a different way. Now, if Aries is on the left side, the 3rd through the 10th, you're going to have a situation that's going to pop up in your life where it's really going to be revealed to you how strong you've really become and how powerful that you really are. And you're going to start to see more and more of how your gifts are really coming out. So I really recommend it during this time period. If your Aries is on the right side, you should really think about and consider like doing stuff that's going to be more forwarded towards you cultivating relationships with other people. And if your Aries is on the left, think about doing some occult knowledge type stuff. Think about getting deeper into your spiritual gifts, because it's going to be a time period where your spiritual gifts are really going to be revealed to you and you can really see it deeper. And on the right side, definitely think about doing some sort of class, course, just something that like you will be involved in, like using your spiritual gifts, but it's going to be coming together with other people. And we got 3 more cards. We have opposition, resistance, struggle, ascendant, appearance, first impression, and moon, emotions, instincts, and subconscious. This is all in tune with what I have been saying. There is definitely a resistance between a lot of the collective right now, between their manifestations and getting them, and like it's like this resistance stuff. I've been doing the work. I don't understand why I don't have it, and the resistance needs to just kind of come back down just a little bit, and it needs to be something where you understand that the more you keep focusing on what you don't have, the more you keep focusing on, oh, it's not here yet, where is it, when is it coming, the more you keep pushing it away. And I know that that's like really difficult for you, and you're kind of like, I don't understand, like what's going on. It's hard for me not to focus on my life being the way that I want it to be, because I keep being shown this life that I don't want. And the reason why you're being shown the life that you don't want is because, to be honest, you keep focusing on it. And this is a time period where we're all going to get in control better of our thoughts. And that's what this is really about. All of this occult knowledge, this child of the universe cards here. It's even this manifestation card here. It's all speaking to your thoughts are super powerful. And you need to be getting more in control of your thoughts right now, and being able to control and focus the energy on the things that you really want and the things you really want to happen. And by doing that, you're gonna do it by living in that moment. And I know it seems delulu, but you're gonna have to get a little delulu right now. And you keep telling me, and I know I would receive this from, different people, from my clients and students and just people who really trust me with my spiritual guidance. Everybody's like, how can I get past this? How can I believe in something that I haven't even seen? And I don't think that it's real. And I'm like, do you understand? That's it, like right there. You not living in that moment is you actively stating, I don't believe in this. And what you believe is what is real. And that's the truth. If you believe that the sky is blue, then the sky is blue. There are people who believe that the sky is green. And you can go back and forth with them all day, but at the end of the night, like at the end of the day, like they believe the sky is green. So for them, the sky is green. And to you, you're like, that's the Lulu. But that's the key. That's what you got to do. You have to decide what you believe, and then you have to believe that. So when you live in that moment of, I know I don't have anything in my bank account, but you know what, $50,000 coming. No, I have $50,000. And I know people are going to be like, no, you don't. And even in your mind, your ego's going to be like, no, you don't. Why are you doing this? Blah, blah, blah. But the truth of the matter is, you're meant to get past all of that. That's where you are in this time period. You're in this time period where you are getting past that ego and finally integrating and setting into your higher self, where from now on, you're like, this is how we roll. We roll delusionally. We are delusional. It's not like I'm delusional sometimes. It's not like I'm delusional occasionally. No, I'm delusional all the time. Now listen, we have Taurus here in reverse, and I can tell you honestly right now, you are going to have a difficult time doing that. You genuinely are. You're not going to want to let go of this reality, of this physical world. But the one thing I can tell you is to remember to be in this world, not of this world. And you're in this world, and I get that there are things that you're seeing and experiencing and you believe, but at the end of the day, you have to step back and look at the bigger picture and realize your thoughts are what is controlling all of this. Your thoughts create beliefs. What you believe is creating all of that. If you believe that you're good enough, then you're good enough. If you believe that you got it, then you got it. So you need to step into your God power, into your Christ consciousness. You need to start using those gifts, use that knowledge that you've been gaining for the past 3 years, and you need to start laying it out, and you need to start effectively using it in your life every single day. No more taking breaks, no more hopping in, hopping out. No, we riding this thing the whole way through now, all right? There's no turning back, and if you're going to turn back, then when your life isn't the way that you want it to be, you're going to have to understand it's because of you and yourself. And I'm sitting here giving you the message, the opportunity, giving you the resources, the tools. I already laced you up and told you you're going to win this struggle and this resistance in this battle by thinking better. And I know that seems so simple and so easy, but as you can tell, it's not. So it is something that you are going to have to put practice into, and you are going to have to realize, like, it's, even though it sounds easy, it's not necessarily something that you're going to get on the first day, but you still have to stick with it. How do we get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. So remember to keep on practicing. Now I am ready to go into the collective reading for y'all. So if you want to just go ahead and just take a moment and a deep breath. Now it's time for your more in-depth pick a card reading. You're going to go ahead and take a deep breath for me and release. And I want you to go ahead and choose between piles 1, the carnelian, piles 2, the jasper, red jasper to be specific, and pile 3, cherry opal. Now, if you need to go ahead and pause this video and just take some time to look at the crystals and see which one really draws your attention, that is fine. And whenever you are ready, I will see you in your reading. Pile 3, the cherry opal. And as always, I'm going to put facts up about the cherry opal. You get a special herb to work with during this time period that's calling out to you. And you're also going to get a ritual, something that you can do during this time period to kind of help center and clear those energies. All right. You could just go ahead. Just take a deep breath in for me. Tune into the energy of this reading. And let's go. Right, what do you need to know off the jump? Got 5 of Swords in reverse. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. 7 of Wands upright. 7 of Wands really is like a big theme this time period, I'm noticing. Page of Cups. 2 more actually. Queen of Inspiration, and so Queen of Wands and 2 of Wands. Oh, this 2 of Wands is a really big deal too. So the 2 of Wands and the 7 of Wands continuously keep coming out during this time period. And this is actually just really going back to the resistance of what you want, and you definitely feeling it. You feel so defeated right now. You feel like someone has won something over you, or like, yeah, you feel like someone has won something over you. You feel, you might even feel too like for instance, if you post content and like you're not getting a lot of views, but you're consistently seeing either people around you post and they're getting views, or you're consistently like just looking at other creators and being like, why do they have so many views and I have like none? Oh my gosh. But it's like you really feel down, and you really shouldn't. This is happening to you because you are learning to stay solid and consistent and to just keep going, because you have something coming in that's very foundational and that's very lasting, and is going to, there's going to be, okay, it's like this. Imagine there is a house and there's a lot of thunderstorms that occur where this house is. So the owners of this house have to like put a lot of reinforcements in and like build certain things. So when there's a thunderstorm and something ends up happening, like their house is going to be good, their house is going to be fine. So you're going through a lot of things because you're going to have to know how to push through a lot of situations that to you might seem defeating, but to be honest, they're really minor. You will have more defeats in this manifestation that you want. Like when you get it, it's almost like it's not, you're gonna get it, but don't think that like you're not gonna have other things that are gonna take place for you in your life. And the universe is kind of trying to like test, how much do you really want this? Because this is something that's huge. Like this is like the big times, and in the big times you have to know how to like take it. And if you can't really take it, then like this isn't gonna work out for you. So right now you're learning how to take it. You are learning how to push past anxiety and fear and worry. You are learning how and defeat, and how when you feel like you're losing, to still stand solid and to continue going and to continue going, and not allowing yourself to be like brought down, and to allowing your frequency to be brought down by these like devastating things. Honestly, it's really this thing I want to tell you, that everything is genuinely working out for you. You are safe. You are okay. You are fine. You are shining and you are glowing. You need to just keep yourself in the right headspace and in the right mentality. You do know like everything is working out for you. Everything is working out for you. I think this is more confirmation and confirmation. I think you do have this feeling that like, okay, I just need to keep pushing it. I just need to keep going. You do just need to keep pushing it. You do just need to keep going. Everything is coming in during this time period. There's going to be a huge breakthrough for you. Something is coming through for you. What's coming through? What breakthrough? Thank you. Something that you've been working on, by the way, seven on the board. Seven might be an important number for you during this time. 5 as well. So there is going to be a huge change that is going to be occurring for you, and you've been working, like you have been working on this. You've been like working on yourself or working on a project, but you have been working, and it's like during this time period, things are finally going to start catching speed. Things are really going to start like turning themselves around, and it's going to be from this time period for like the next like 2 weeks, even to the next full moon. October like 14th, it's October again. It's going to be a very important month. For my last readings, I want to say for like the last like 2 months, October keeps popping up, and October is going to be a very important time for y'all. So this time period is going to be very special. Things are going to start catching speed for you. I feel like it's going to be not necessarily unexpected for you. You're going to kind of be like, huh, I like knew it. But one of the things too is it's not going to come in as quickly. Like it's just going to start catching speed, and you might start being like, well, it didn't like hit. Okay, it's catching speed, and you need to keep just walking in it and just keep like holding on to the faith, because even though it's not completely ramped up, it is like it's getting bigger for you. Okay. Oh yeah, yes, and it is. And what you need to know is it's going to be a domino effect. Is that like, keep your mind clear, butterfly. Okay, keep your mind clear and note that like everything is really falling into place. Even though for you, again, you feel like you're going through a period of defeat and struggle, and like, why do I feel like I keep pushing and pushing and pushing and nothing's happening? It's because you are being tested. And how much do you want this? How consistent can you stay when the weather changes, when things change up? Are you going to change up too, or are you going to stay solid? It's not saying that you're not going to change. Everybody changes, but it's just saying like your faith and belief in yourself, your faith and belief in spirit, your faith and belief that things are going to be working out. Are you going to be able to stay consistent and solid with those principles, or are you going to switch up and be like, well, you know, I did believe things were like working out, but then this happened. Now I don't think things are working out. So you're really being tested on your belief here in yourself, in spirit, in the universe, but noting that staying solid in that belief. If you do not stay solid in that belief, you need to just forget everything that I'm saying to you, because staying solid in that belief is what is going to end up bringing all those manifestations in and bringing them to you, and that's what's going to make all this hit, because this is going to hit again. It's going to be a little sprinkle at first, but you need to be very grateful and be very like, okay, for that sprinkle, because it is important. Now let's see what here we got some life purpose stuff going on. Let me get this one card going for you. Family and friends is central to your life purpose. School, the answer that you're seeking involves school. You know, we were talking about that occult knowledge. Yeah, some of you need to start teaching others the things that you know. And other one, you really need to start investing time, energy into learning more about your spiritual gifts. That was already a theme that popped up for everybody, but for you, it's definite. And what you need to know is your life purpose involves family, and that you also need to be talking to your angels and asking for guidance. So in this time period, you are going to get a lot of ideas for divine inspirational action that you need to be taking. I would tell you, don't second guess it, don't question it, don't do a tarot reading over it. Just when you get that inspiration to do this, just follow that instinct and just do it. You'll know that it's something that you're meant to be doing, because you'll be excited about doing it, and it'll feel like, that's something that I would really do, and I want to do it. So do it and take that opportunity. Okay, pile 3. If you need to know more, You already know where I'm going to be at. I love you because I am you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so I can go ahead and see you next time. And I'll see you next time. Pile 2, the red jasper. And yes, of course, you know I'm going to put up facts about the red jasper. I'm going to put an herb up and a ritual as well, a way for you to be able to use this. All right, pile 2, I need you to go ahead and just take a deep breath in. Tune into the energy of this reading, and let's go. All right, what do you need to know? 6 of Swords. 2 of Swords in reverse. You already have a good idea of what's going on. The Tower upright. Oh, that one was 7 of Wands upright. So you really do have a good understanding of what's going on. Like, I think you're here because there are some things that are occurring for you in your life, but I do think you have an overall understanding that some things need to be released and need to go and need to fall away, and you are allowing that to happen. But I think you're kind of doubting. You're doubting, like, is this really good? Ooh. I think this has to do with a relationship that you're currently in. It's almost like the relationship that you're currently in. We're just going to go on with this message. Whenever you receive this message, it's meant for you. So you might have an idea that your partner has like a third party, or there is a third party situation going on. You know that it's going on. You don't have all of the like evidence and facts like you need to, or maybe like it has happened and the person said that it stopped, but you have a feeling that it hasn't stopped. You are correct. And it's almost like you need to let this relationship go, because you do need to come into a deeper, like, you need to come back to you. This relationship is really blocking you from really like getting all your manifestations and exuberating all the power that you need to exuberate, like all the power that you need to be using, to be all the thought power that you need to be using to manifest yourself to the better reality that you want. This person is taking it from you. It's like, so this is definitely someone in your life you had a relationship with is really controlling your thoughts right now, and they're really holding you back, and you know this. This isn't like me telling you. It's not necessarily a surprise, but what's happening is you're still focused on it though. Like it's like you know all of this, but you're not like moving past it or trying to find a way to move on. You're just focused on this energy of like this person and what they did and how terrible that they are. And Spirit is like really trying to talk to you. Ooh, Spirit is really trying to talk to you and like tell you like you need to like break out from that way of thinking. Yeah, you need to change that way of thinking, absolutely. And you need to kind of like redirect your energy more towards you. You really need to do some solar plexus healing. I think this person has really tapped into kind of taking your energy and your power. They could definitely be an energy vampire, and it might not necessarily be in a conscious way, but they're definitely like sucking the energy out of you. And so you need to definitely be calling your power back and doing some solar plexus work right now. Ooh, a new love. Oh, so you do have new love. Let your friends help you. Oh, a new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Let your friends help you ask and accept support from others, which is so interesting. You got the 3 cups. And then children, your love life is being affected by children. Okay, so really, don't want to scare people, but you have this new love that's coming in. And I can honestly say children in your life right now could be playing an effect. I feel like in this situation with this other person, somehow children matter. Either you guys wanted children, you guys have children, they have a children, you have a child, but children are a huge aspect in this situation, and the children are definitely what's affecting you from not moving on, or a child is affecting you from not completely moving on from this situation. So maybe you're in a relationship and children are involved, so it's hard for you to break away from that relationship, or there's a relationship and you really want a child with this individual, and or you guys talked about it and you're still kind of really stuck on this energy of the past of what you thought you guys could be. And it also could be a mixture of both, like you guys have a child or they have a child, but you're still stuck on the energy of the past. And what you're really being called to do is to release that energy of the past during this full moon, to make way for a new love, which is really talking about a new life. During this time period, you guys really need to be seeking out help for like to get past what you're going through. So whether it be through therapy, I'm getting occult knowledge here, so I would tell you guys to kind of seek an alternative therapy. There are many services I would recommend. I would tell you to either get like a tarot reading, get some sort of reading right now where you can get a deeper understanding of like what you can truly do to release the stuff in your life that is holding you back, especially this situation that you know you need to let go of. I would also recommend doing some like psychic training and actually start like learning to get more in control of your spiritual gifts so you can release like what's happening through you in the best way possible using your spiritual knowledge. Some of you do have a new love coming in, and the only way that this new love is going to end up being able to come to you is if you release this situation. There's a lot here, like we've already talked about earlier in this video, the resistance of the manifestation, and you're really trying to manifest something. And even when I'm talking about love, for some of you, it's a relationship. For others, it's just a new life. And this full moon, before the new moon comes, the full moon here is asking you to release the energy of the past. You need to release that energy of that situation that you're holding on to, because again, it's not helping you, and you being focused on this situation is holding you back from getting everything that you've really wanted. You need to release this situation, and during this time period, come back into yourself. Really focus on yourself. Listen to the guidance and the intuition that you are given. I think you need to listen to the guidance that you are being given from spiritual teachers and gurus as well. And you need to allow yourself to absorb that knowledge that is going to be shared with you during this time period, because you need to be focusing on that. You need to be focusing on using your gifts to move forward and to move off of this situation. You need to be using your gifts to really get in tune with who you really are. Okay, I'm getting called to pull a card. No. Okay, the answer is no. And then one more card. Yes. So I think I'm here to tell you the answer is no. And yes, I mean the answer is no. Like, don't try to fight it. The answer is no. And it's like, no, you really can't move like you. The answer isn't no because it's a definite no. The answer is a no because of the energy that you're currently in and that you need to be able to lift yourself out of. All right, pile 2. I know this was kind of like a lot going on, but I hope that the message was pretty clear for you of you being able to move on. If you need a deeper reading though, to figure out like who the people are in the relationships that you need to be moving off of, if you need like just a little bit more clearance and guidance of like what occult knowledge you are supposed to be taking in at this time, you already know where to reach me. Go ahead and like, comment what pile that you were, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get more. And know I love you because I am you, and I'll see you next time, pile 2. Bye. This is for pile 1, my carnelian. Finally bringing carnelian back, one of my favorite crystals. And you already know I'm going to put some facts up about it. As always, you will get a special herb to go along with this and a little bit of a ritual. I did keep the cards up from the original reading, so this is just going to be kind of like a clarification for y'all, building upon what we've already kind of got started here. So this is your full moon reading. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. And release. Now, let's see what you have coming up. What's going to be going on for you in this time period? What do we need to know? What do I need to know? What do you need to know? What do I need to tell you? Ooh, wow. Okay. I'm really liking this like energy. It's definitely very fiery right now. 2 more cards. Oh, wow. Not a lot. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I want to tell you that, yeah, you are really your biggest enemy right now. And I know that you're not going to understand that right now. You are going to be like, no, like the world is against me. Stop. But really, right now, you are your biggest enemy. And one of the biggest things that you are currently dealing with is like kind of letting go of things not coming to you, because everything is trying to come in. But it really seems like here, like you're really not following the guidance and the action and inspiration that you're supposed to be taking. Makes sense why you picked the carnelian here. This is a stone of action, and this is why I think that Aries energy is really coming out to you, because there are some things that you need to be doing, and you need to be doing these things before your manifestations can actually come to you. So it's almost like you want $1 million, and the spirit's like, you need to start a business before you can get the $1 million, or you need to actually like start like taking steps towards what you want. Consistency is something that keeps popping up. There's something that you need to be consistent with that you're currently not being consistent with, and you know that you should be. And that's something that, you know, spirit's like, you know, you can't even be consistent with this, and you want something bigger. Like, I need you to be able to handle the smaller things before you can even get the bigger things. And it's kind of understanding as well that those smaller things are going to end up building to something bigger. So the more that you're actually able to open yourself up to doing those smaller things, the things that maybe you don't really see as like very valuable or important, it's something that's like simple as even just like waking up early in the morning and getting like your day started in a good way. And it's kind of like not, it's like stuff that's not even that hard, like drinking more water, or just even like resting more, you know, cutting back on drinking, and, you know, foods that aren't healthy for you. And you know that you should be doing some of these things, but you're like resisting doing them. And then like within the resistance of you not doing these things, you're still like looking at the universe and spirit, and you're like, why hasn't everything came for me? And really what you're being called to do is a spiritual reset, to kind of like go back to the bare basics of your spiritual life, of the things that, you know, you like learned when you first became super spiritual. I'm getting the feeling when you were first like super spiritual in your spiritual path and your spiritual awakening, there was certain tendencies that you had, certain routines or rituals that you did, and you need to get back to that bare basics, and you need to keep a consistent practice of it. And I know that for you, you're probably like, a consistent practice of it, oh my gosh. But the reasons why you were called to do those things in the first place, because it was almost like you were training yourself to be able to do it on a like subconscious basis. So it's doing it in a repetitive way, so it does end up coming out in a subconscious way for you, to where you no longer have to think anymore about doing the rituals or the things. You just do them automatically, and you just incorporate it into your life. Okay, let's get a little oracle card for you. No, wait, postpone, pause, say no. Ooh, and that was very clear. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? I think that's what this is coming. I think there's a really big opportunity that you want to take advantage of. And it's something that you really want, but you feel like, why do I feel like I keep going for this, but like, why is it not breaking? Like, why is it not hitting for me? Why am I not getting it? I've burned all the bay leaves I can. I've prayed as much as I think that I could. Why is it not coming? And it's like, the universe doesn't necessarily say no. What I want to say, this is a not right now. And the reason why this isn't happening for you right now is because you need to go back and focus on yourself. You need to go back to the basics of what really is building you and establish better boundaries with yourself. I'm also getting that you're not the same person that you were when you first started. So you do need to do a like spiritual reset to figure out like, where are you now? Where are your boundaries for yourself right now? And not like boundaries in a bad way, like don't do this. It's kind of like we were talking about earlier. What is your real spiritual gifts? Where is your real spiritual power? You came in this with a kind of understanding that you had spiritual gifts, but your spiritual gifts have grown and they've gotten so much stronger, and they have like so much more potent energy behind them, that you really need to start to get more of an understanding and grasp of where your spiritual gifts are, where your spiritual powers, where it lies, and how much more you can tap into it, and how you can really use it to will things into your reality quickly, because you do have the gift of making things happen for you quickly. But if you're going to hold on and kind of block yourself off from allowing things to happen, then things aren't going to happen for you. And I'm letting you know right now, the reason why things are not coming in and not happening for you is because you are trying to skip steps. You are trying to move way too quickly, and you need to kind of bring it back and go back to that first house, that first moment, who you really are, and start to realize like, you're trying to kind of do this in a way that isn't beneficial for you. And this way, when you start going back to the basics, the guidance and the intuitive inspirational action is going to start coming to you, and you're going to start figuring out how you can do this in a way that is more prosperous and way more fitting towards you. Okay, thank you, Pile 1. You know that I love you because I am you. If you need a deeper reading, if we need to really get into the tea of how we can make all of this really come into fruition for you, and what type of spiritual knowledge do you need to be touching base on, you know, what types of things are blocking you and stopping you from actually moving forward. You might have an understanding of, you know, there is something blocking you, or, you know, you do know that you need to go back to the basics, but you really don't know where your spiritual power lies or how your spiritual gifts have gotten stronger. If you need help discovering that, you already know where to reach me at. And you can always, DM me. I will never reach out for you for a DM. So if you ever get a DM from me asking for a reading, you know that it's fake. But please go ahead right now and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so I can see you next time and we can get whatever message you need to hear out to you. I love you because I am you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.